Hello, I'm Sam Orlich, a product specialist for Heritage Audio here in Madrid, Spain. And today we'll be going over the latest member of our R.A.M series, the R.A.M 1000. This little guy sits between the baby R.A.M, which is really our entry-level controller, and the R.A.M 2000. We also have one more family member, the R.A.M 5000, which is our flagship unit. Okay, what's new with the R.A.M 1000? Well, as you'll see, one of the first noticeable differences is this little antenna here, and that simply means that this one is Bluetooth equipped, meaning it's ready to receive a Bluetooth signal from any mobile device you have, your smartphone, a tablet, your laptop, whatever, which is very convenient, and you have that as your input number one option. Then you also have the two more inputs, analog inputs, 1 and 2, as well as 2 analog outputs. One thing I should mention that's different from the others in this series is that you can actually simultaneously select all the inputs and all the outputs at the same time, which can be convenient if you're maybe using a subwoofer at the same time and you want to have control to turn that on and off quickly. Or maybe you're just simply using two different sets of monitors, or maybe you have one set up in a different location, but you always have access to both outputs as well as all three inputs at any given moment. Okay? Then you've got the dim, which is simply a -20 attenuation, a mute, as well as a mono to collapse the signal down to mono. This also includes a very high quality headphone output. Headphone output is actually on the back and the volume level control is up here, as well as, of course, a very famous and attractive attenuator. Okay, I should also mention real quickly that you do have the possibility when you're changing from one mobile device to the next to just reset right here, and that'll clear it and it'll automatically select the best possible codecs for your device, always guaranteeing the highest quality audio. Okay, let's go over the different connections on the back side of the R.A.M 1000. Let's start out with the power. You'll see it has a USB-C connector, making it very convenient for all your laptops, etc. And then it also has a little ground screw here if you need that. You've got access to it right there. And for the inputs, we've got two sets of stereo balanced inputs. All of the connections are balanced. And the first set, you actually have the option to either use XLR connectors or jack connectors. Whereas input 2, you only have jack connectors. But you do have this interesting option here, whereas if you slip something into just the left side, there's a little M here in a circle, and that signifies mono. So what you can do is if you have a mono source, you can just slip that into the left, and it'll still come out of both outputs on the output side. Okay, you also have a little button here to select between +4 and -10 for input number 2. So you can change the level depending on what you're hitting it with. And then in the middle, you've got the high quality headphone output. And then all the way here on the left side, you've got two sets of analog outputs. First set coming on XLR connectors, whereas the second are on jack. Now, things get interesting here because there's two modes of operation. If you have the button pushed, that's in its monitor mode. And that means that any adjustments that you make on the main volume controller will be replicated and the outputs will respond to these adjustments. But if you deselect it, then you're in REC mode for recording. That means that only output 2 will be affected, any changes, whereas the outputs from these XLR connections will not change. It will not modulate at all. It will stay level. And what's the purpose of that? Well, that's because when you are in REC mode, that means that anything you plugged into input number 2, of course, when you have input number 2 selected on the front, that's necessary, But anything, let's say, for example, you've got a keyboard and you slip those into input number 2, anything you send to input number 2 will come straight from output number 1 with no volume changes, just straight. So, I mean, you check your level on your recording and your DAW. The idea being that you can be maybe monitoring something with your Bluetooth or with input number 1, and then you can play along to that with something that you plug in to input number 2, and that signal, if you're in the rec mode, will go out straight onto your DAW. So you can monitor something, play along with it, and record that signal if you open up, of course, a couple channels in your DAW to record with. So that's a little convenient extra that we've implemented in this little guy. Of course, if you're not interested in using that feature, you can just leave it in M-O-N, monitor, and then you have 2 sets of output for 2 different sets of monitors. Okay. But in that case that you did want to send it on, remember, let me just remind you, maybe you're using a mono source. Then if you, let's just say, for example, you plug just one cable in and to the left input, please. It's very well indicated here with the M next to the input. And then you would take the output, for example, from output number 1, and then send that signal onto your interface, your DAW. So you just connect that up to your DAW. And then any signal that you input here, you can send that straight onto your DAW to record, if you are in rec mode, of course. Thanks for hanging out with us for a minute or two here and going over the new features and connections for the R.A.M 1000. I'd just like to remind you as well that we do have 3 other units in the same series: the baby R.A.M, the R.A.M 2000, and the R.A.M 5000. Now, if you have any other questions or doubts, you can always contact us through our webpage.